there's a lot of diving in this, and I had already had my PADI license, but I needed to brush up on it, and I came down about a month early and rented a boat, went around all the isles and the reef and dove for a while, and then got on with the crew, with Lance's crew, and went out and got a bunch of dives, and so I should have my advanced certificate here any day now. So I've had 35, 40 dives since we started the film, and half of that's on days where I'm getting paid to go work and shoot it, you know. It's a guy, Finnegan, who's after a treasure, who's been after this treasure for 8 years. Got to get the treasure, got to get the girl, and they kind of both happen at the same time, and one is the other, so to speak, you know. There's I got to look like I know what I'm doing when I'm down there diving, look efficient and everything. So that should be no problem since I've been doing a lot of diving. But other than that, this is more of a history. It's fiction, but it's kind of a history lesson with like how the treasure got there, what Sebastian did and did not do with it, what clues we have that are fact, and which ones that we're chasing a wild goose on, you know. And it's a great story. It's fun. It's really, really a lot of fun, and it's got a super tone. When you first meet him, he's down looking for clues to the treasure he's been looking for the last 8 years. And he finds a new clue that he hadn't found before. It's a big clue. It's part of a plate from this Wenger family, which is proof that the treasure's there. And on this day, as the story so happens, is the same day that his wife is divorcing him in town, so he needs to be in town by 12 o'clock, but he just found a new clue, and if he can show her the clue and she understands that they're now on the right path, maybe she won't divorce him. And also, on this day, his investor has come to gather him and say, enough's enough, we're tired of backing you up. And he's also, it's the scene we just shot, going, no, but don't you understand, you invested in the right place, we're on our way now. So he's got a clue kind of just in time. Finn talks his way in and out of certain things. He's also, fate's on his side. Fate's on Finn's side quite a bit. Plus he's just, if you stick with him long enough, you'll come out okay. It's just, you're not quite sure where he's going to go, and you're sure as hell not sure how he's going to get there. We got really good timing together. We fight well, and we flirt really well. And that is something that we get to do in this a lot, which it just kind of works. As soon as the cameras start rolling, it kind of works between us. So you don't want to, we want to make sure we weren't going to go try and repeat or try and do what we did one more time. But at the same time, we'd be foolish to go against our strengths and how we deal with each other, you know. So in that way, it's easier, but it's easier because you know you've got a home base there. You know that it can work, and it has worked. And then we got back together and doing it again, and we were kind of reminded, you know. And like she said when we first got started, she goes, McConaughey, I can't wait to can't stand you again. I'm like, yeah. And that's where it's vital between us, you know. I love doing that. Yeah, the physical work's a lot of fun for me. The physical comedy's a lot of fun. There's more physical comedy in this for me than anything I've done before, too. You know, there's some things in here that are very slapstick that I've never done before, you know. Which is great because it feels like it's very juvenile in certain ways, which is relaxing. They say the Earth's 71% water and 95% unexplored. So obviously there's still a lot out there that we hadn't found, and I mean that's what I get to do in this film, is chase the dream. You know, if you imagine it, then it must be true. If you can put together a few clues, well, then it sure as hell is possible. It's going to be an adventure no matter what, if you just stick with it, you know? So, foolish? Sure, but the fool's always the one who wins and gets the girl in the end anyway, thank goodness, you know?